All right, folks. Well, this is my first live stream. We will see how this goes. I'm a little under the weather, so my voice is slightly scratchy. I'm trying to beat any oncoming or onset of any sort of cold or, God forbid, flu. So, what I want to do today is show some of the rocks that I found in my area. I haven't done any rock hunting videos lately, but I have found some nice rocks, and I will show you them. In fact, let me get something real quick. All right. So in this little tin here, well, it's not really a tin. This little Altoids, quote unquote, Altoids tin are some Douglas diamonds. And you see a big one right there. This sucker right here. I was so disappointed that that was not the full crystal. I mean, that would have been awesome to find. They do get big. A lot of people think that the Douglas diamonds here in Tennessee are small. Many of them are, but you will get some that are kind of like this. A lot of these need cleaned. They're going to need an acid bath. You know, there's a lot of deposits on there. Here's a nice point. I actually like that point. So that's a few, and I just, like I said, this one right here was a disappointment. It was a shocker when I found it, but it was a disappointment when I realized it's not full. So that's a bummer. All right. So there's that. There's some of those. Now that's not all my crystals. Of course, it's not all my quartz. These two right here were found at, and hello Evelyn. These two right here were found at Still Creek Park in Bristol. That nice little quartz cluster right there. And this one right here. Hello everyone. Yeah. You guys just made it. Let me show you this here. This is in here are basically what's known as Douglas diamonds. Hello Luna. And what they are, you know, of course, double terminated quartz crystals. And they're found primarily on Douglas Lake here in Tennessee. This one right here is a beaut because it is a piece from a much larger crystal that, man, I wish I had found. So, thank you guys for tuning in. I don't know how long the live stream is going to go. This is the first live stream I've done. I might do more of these as the days go on. Now, I talked about these two right here that I found in Bristol. This is one of my first ones I found in Bristol, and I actually did a short video on this one. This right here, double terminated quartz. No, Chris, I don't have any crack rock. Thank you very much. When I saw this one right here, man, that caused my heart to stop, especially when I realized that it was double terminated. Of course, it's been tumbled in the river. It's wear and tear, but that is such a beaut. Now, along with the quartz at Steel Creek Park in Bristol, I also find a bunch of this. I believe this is known as Knox Chert, and it comes in many different colors and whatnot. And you see that black with that amber color. It's very common among that chert that I find. And this has been tumbled in my tumbler. Here's an I love these. It has yellow jasper in there. Look at that. Look at that. No, thank you, Chris. You can leave now. I know he's just being funny, but come on, guys. So that is really cool. I like that. Here's a piece that I cut on my tile saw. Now, this is one I did not find in Bristol. This is one I found actually further up in Virginia, near Roanoke. Now, it's amazing. You find these rocks, you find the crystals, and you know exactly where you found them. You remember when you found them. You remember where you found them. This one right here, again, it's the same type of chert, the same characteristics. A lot of yellow jasper with a lot of chalcedony. Um, and I'm just going to go ahead and say this is an agate. When I shine this up to a light, let's see here. I don't know if I can do this while. Yeah, I probably can't. But if I were to shine this into a light, and I don't have a light on me, I don't have a flashlight. Normally I do. But this gets pretty translucent a little bit. So again, nice chert with yellow jasper, chalcedony. Basically, it's an agate. I've got so much I could show you. Let me show you some more of the Douglas diamonds. Now, I have the really nice ones in these little showcase pieces. And I've recently found some good size ones that I want to share. There it is. So I have these little things here that I put the nice ones in, such as that. This one right here. Now that's more of a complete diamond. It's not a diamond, but it's more of a complete formed crystal. This one is a recent find. Pretty smoky. I do find a lot of smoky ones out there. And to compare that, this is about average, or maybe a little bit above average of what I typically find at Douglas Lake. Double terminated points. This is the one from Bristol. So you can see how big they can get. Grab a few more. Oh yeah, this is a nice one. Yeah, you guys will like that. Let's see here. Here we go. Look at that little cluster. So there's that one. Here's two of the smoky ones I find. Look at this one. This is neat. Now the one here in the middle is pretty much a solid black crystal. Almost like a black diamond. Look at that. Now here's the irony. When I go out to Douglas Lake, the best way to do it is to go out after a rainy day when the sun is out, because the glint from the sun will hit the crystals and they'll shine. And I think I've explained this in video before when I went out there. When you face the sun, if you're out there, if you come out this way and you go to Douglas Lake and the water's down and you're looking, for these things, and let's say it's in the afternoon or even in the morning, you want to face toward where the sun is. I have found that if I do that, the reflection hits me from the crystals. Now, how you differentiate that from glass is, for example, we'll use this as an example. The light from my light that's up here, see how it reflects on the plastic a little bit more than it would on the crystal itself, like that. And that's how you know. When it hits the crystal, it's quick. So you have to really have a hawk eye for it. Now, another thing that somebody told me that they do is they go at night and they bring a flashlight and they shine it along the lake bed. And that's how they find these things. Now, here's the irony. On cloudy days, you can still find these. However, it's on cloudy days that I find more of the smoky ones. Every time I go out and it's a cloudy day, overcast, the sun's not really shining that bright, I tend to find the smoky ones. That's how I found this black, well, I'm going to call it the black diamond. That's how I found that black one right there. That's also how I found this one right here. This one right here was also found on a cloudy day. And it's not as smoky, but it has a smoky part, and my eye caught it, dug it out, and there it is. And this is a more recent find. So, let me show you a couple more, and then I'm going to show you some calcite. Let's see here. Try to grab some good ones. I mean, they're all good in my opinion. Again, more smoky ones. I'm sorry, I'm missing the comments. Luna, what do you have that you only have 2 of if you're still in chat? And as you can see, some of these still have a little bit of mud on them. But look at that one right here where my index finger is. Look at this one right here. Look at the shape of that. It's like a pointy mushroom, like a pointy mushroom head. That's very typical of a lot of these quartz crystals that they find in this area. Here's a bunch of smoky ones. Give you time to look at that real quick. I love that double one right there. That is so cool. And then here's another find. Now this is not a very complete crystal here. This one's kind of broken, but the clarity was really nice. So that's why I put it in the little display things. And I'm eventually going to build myself like a shelf, a display shelf to house some of these. Right now they're just kind of scattered on a shelf on my wall, and it's just taking up, it's not really serving a good purpose. So okay. All right, so let's look at some calcite. And real quick, I do have more, which I don't really feel like showing because I want to get to the calcites. But I thought I wanted to show you guys something else. But perhaps I'll do it another day because it has escaped my memory now. But I have some nice calcite pieces. I mean, some real nice calcite pieces that I want to show you guys. So let's move all this out of the way for a moment. All right, leave that there. Move you out of the way. How's that? All right. So, first of all, I did a video several months back where I was hiking an abandoned quarry. And in that abandoned quarry, I believe it's in video, I had chiseled out with my pocket knife a piece of calcite from a host rock. And here it is. There's that calcite crystal. Iron stained and whatnot, and that's where it broke off. Here is a nice little vein that's been exposed. Hopefully that's coming up pretty good. Hopefully the light isn't too much. Let's see if I can. Maybe that's better. There we go. I got myself a new phone, and I got to say the camera is of much better quality. Or it seems, anyway. Here's a nice little bit of calcite there. This is neat. So this is a nice little druzy calcite rock with a lovely little crystal that's just sitting right on top. And all of these were found in basically the same area where I find a lot of calcite. And I don't have them here. Actually, I do have some in my truck. I'm not going to go get them now. But I do find other rock that is similar to this. Not the same color, but similar composition. I will show that another day. Here is another one with some nice little dog tooth crystals in it. Feel like I'm doing a QVC commercial. Order yours now, folks. We only have 35 left. Now, this is a more recent find. And this is probably my favorite calcite cluster drusiness that I have found so far. And then look at this. Hopefully the light doesn't saturate it. Look at that. Look how sparkly that is. Let's see if I can adjust the light here. Make it better. Is that better or worse? It's worse. There we go. Now, look at that. Look at that, folks. Now, this came off of a bigger rock. I actually took another rock while I was rock hounding at this road cut, and I broke a lot of the host rock off just so I can get to this alone, and it was well worth it. This is probably, like I said, my favorite calcite piece that I have found thus far. Absolutely stunning. All right, so show some rocks here that I have tumbled, which I have to get a new tumbler. A lot of these rocks are just random conglomerates. Some of these are granite. Some of these are chert that I found. Some of these are from, little rock and gems, gem mines that you go to where they give you a bucket. So this is one that I found, and I had tumbled. Probably a granite of some sort. I believe I found this at in Elizabethan in Doe River. Oh, before I move on, let's see if we can get this one. Here's a geode. This is a geode that was found, I think, in Bristol. Yes. And how I can tell is by the calcium deposit and how tightly compacted a lot of this is, as opposed to, I don't have another geode, but for example, but again, just by looking at the rock, I can tell where I picked it up. So when I sliced it open on my saw, I get this. Let's see if we can shed some light on that. Look at that. And I don't know, can I zoom in? I can. Ah, okay. The magic of YouTube. Look at that. So there you go. Nice little geode, beautiful quartz crystals inside. All right. So this rock right here, I can't remember where I picked it up, but I love it. It came out nice. It tumbled very nicely. Of course, it needs more polishing, but I love this yellow inclusion right here. Don't know what it is. It's just very nice. Absolutely love that one. Some of these, like this one right here, that's another one I found. This one right here came out of a like a gem mine, you know, that you go to and they give you a bucket. So it's just a piece of carnelian. It's a carnelian agate. Real pretty. I wish I'd found it. I did not. Not this one. Set that aside. Here's more of that Knox chert. Didn't polish well. I mean, a lot of these have not been really polished yet. Here is a piece of yellow jasper. I believe it's jasper. Came out very nice. Let's see here. Let me dig through this. Find some specific ones for you. This, I am convinced, is onyx. And onyx is just a, basically it's in the family of chalcedony. It's almost like chert, like a black chert, and maybe dark black chert is the same as onyx, but what distinguishes it are parallel lines that are usually made of calcite. And I found this in Watauga, on the Watauga Lake, just sitting on the beach. Now, it was already smoothed out and partially polished from being roughed up in the water and whatnot. But then I polished it more, and we got this. This is a beautiful piece of onyx. I'm convinced that's what this is. I love that. Absolutely love this. This was a great find. Let's see, I'm thinking I've got other things I can share before I end this quick little live stream. Let's see here. This is another one I found at Watauga. Actually, it was the same day I found that onyx. Here's a piece of, I'm just gonna call it an agate, but other people will say it's just chert. But you can see how the light kind of goes through there. It's a little translucent. But what I love about it is that little pocket right there. Now, I did cut this on my towel saw, and I smoothed this out right here. But you can see it's just very cherty. And this is a piece of, I believe it's just feldspar. It could be chert. I think it's just chert. This is a piece I found in my yard, and I had shaped it into this. Tennessee. Sounds good to me. Thank you all for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Look for more live streams. I'll probably do more. They are convenient, not going to lie. And look for the next one. Peace out.